Good morning. Let's feed our sourdough starter. Well, yesterday was day 3. Today's day 4, and that's April 28th of 2020. And yesterday, after 2 hours, around 6:05, I came to check on the starter. It didn't rise. And later during the day, I checked it as well. It was a little bit over 1.5 cups, the initial level of the mixture. So I will say in overall, the starter didn't rise much yesterday. And I don't know if day 2, the reason why that rose was because I did a lot of cooking right next to it, that the heat help it. I don't know for sure. So we'll continue our lab research to see, what we'll find out. And also during day 2, I made sourdough pizza and sourdough bread. So even those 2 rose quite a bit because of the heat in the kitchen. And even the bread, I recorded and I will publish it later. Even the bread, the dough rose and fell down in it before I needed for the second rise. So when I baked the bread, it didn't rise at the end. So I think usually it happens when my dough rises too much before I get to it to need it for the second rise. So let's get to our starter. I'm going to show you. I have now lifted the tower this morning here. So let's get started. So we have our dough here, and it rose a little bit. So that's okay. So that's the first half cup. 1 cup, 1 cup and a half. So it's a little bit below the 2 cups line. So that's a half cup. That's the initial level of our dough, and it rose a little bit. And yesterday we mixed it around 3:48 a.m. and this morning, I don't know if you'll be able to see the time, is 1:36 a.m. So few hours before 24 hours. So that's the level of it. I don't know if it went up more than that or not, but it's liquidy and it is bubbly. So I will assume that's a good sign to have all those bubbles in it. So that will be some natural yeast releasing gas. Now, is it that, or I don't know, you have to Google it to see it. I think sourdough culture will have some culture and natural yeast combined. So a lot of culture, different type of culture, natural cultures in it. And when they feed on the gluten, they will release gas. And that's what will create those air pockets in it. I think that's what my one-time research discovered. But that is liquidy. Let's get mixing. So I'm going to wash my hand. And we have our clean jar here. Let's start with the flour. And as a reminder, this cup is half cup. So we want 1 cup of flour, a half cup of water, filtered water. So that's why I put 2 of this in it. Now we are going to get the water. And I like to get it from the fridge. So now I'm going to mix this one. You can see it's quite liquidy. And I'm just going to pour a half. And you can see the air bubble. Let's see if I'll be able to make you see that. You can see the air bubbles in it. So now let's pour it in our flour here, on our flour and water mixture. I'm going to scrape everything off. And that's day 4 of making sourdough starter from bleached flour and water. I'm going to dump this in the trash. And it can go in the garden if you have a garden. Just know that it's not pretty looking. If you have a compost bin, I mean, you can put it there too, but I don't have compost bin. I compost raw in place in the garden because I mulch my garden and I don't water at all during the year. I don't really see the need of composting separately. I really have the brown matter in the garden. So I will, you know what, I think I have a little bit too much of mess here. I'm going to scrape it more. So I don't really see the point of putting the green matter somewhere else. So I mulch with 4 leaf and wood chips. Those are free resources. in town, at least the wood chips was free from the electric company, the city. Until too recently, they say they don't deliver anymore. So, but they do dump it somewhere on a site that you could go. I could go and take what I want, but the amount of wood chips that I use, I don't have a truck to do that. So then I start using my 4 leaves. So when I mulch with leaves or wood chips, I didn't try hay. Hay, I had to pay for it, and the farmer would deliver without problem, but if I had to pay small fee. So that one is a pay version. So when I mulch my garden heavily like that, when I have full scrap, I just add it to the garden right away, and that they break down easily and quickly as well. So dumping a starter in your garden won't look pretty for a while, like few days. So just keep that in mind. Because of the color, since it's white color, it will stand out. But that's, natural culture in it, and the weeds came from the garden in the first place. So it's totally fine to dump it in your garden instead of dumping it in the trash. And we are working on this early in the morning, so I'm not going to transfer the leftover to anything waiting to dump it in the garden in the morning or anything like that. So if you look, I'm just trying to make sure I get all my flour in the mixture, and I can show you how thick it is compared to before when it was watery. So this one is now portable. It's now portable. And I think we miss everything here. I'm just making sure I took enough off of the edge. And like yesterday, I will try to check it 2 hours later to see what happened. The thing is, yesterday I cooked dinner in the evening after 4 p.m. So now cooking in the kitchen, I think it kept the area a little bit on the cold side. So that could have been the reason. But frankly, I don't know why the second day it rose. But so quickly. So I was kind of surprised. I think we got all our flour in it. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to scrape this. I washed my hand before I started, so I'm going to scrape this and just put it back in it. Let's see if I can clean up the lid a little bit. So that's our sourdough starter that we are making from scratch using bleached flour and water. mattress of day one is loose. I'm just going to cover and put in the counter there. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap. And our website is ninasoap.com. Thank you.